What's one thing about you that nobody knows?
Ooh, I'm great at yo-yo. I'm Dean Neff, and the restaurant's called Seabird, and it's downtown Wilmington, North Carolina. It took me a long time to sort of establish the roots of my cooking. As a child, I grew up in Savannah, so I was very in touch with the ocean. We were always, hanging out at the ocean or fishing in boats. I wanted to cook everything we caught, and it was, a situation where my dad was, like, we're throwing the shark back, you're not gonna eat the shark tonight, so that's kind of like my early cooking memories. And all of my professional career, or most of it, I was kind of landlocked and sort of lost touch with that. And so moving back to Wilmington, I was experiencing this like nostalgia of fishing and cooking, the fish that we were catching back as a child. And there's just so many good ingredients to work with. This dish is like the one thing that at the end of a day, I'll pack one into a quart container and take it home. It has, clams and wild mussels and speckled sea trout and kind of all the things that are familiar to me and the food that I kind of was exploring in Savannah as a child. One of the important things about Seabird is to create an identity through the relationships that we have with the people who are bringing us food, to make it unique and make it special. The clams and the mussels are from a wild forager that we work with on a shellum. We've got shrimp coming from kind of like the Southport area as well, speckled sea trout coming from the docks in that area. And as the season changes, just like with produce, like the seafood changes, and you see that from what's coming in and what's available. Seasonal seafood and trying to be as sustainable as possible is kind of what it's all about.
I heard that you really like the broth.
I do really like the broth. There's a lot that goes into it. We basically steep down all kinds of aromatic vegetables, leek, fennel, celery. We add in bay leaves and peppercorns and tomato juice and kind of mushroom stems. We also fortify it with roasted red peppers and puree those into it after everything's strained off, and it adds a little more body to it and color. Also, the sofrito is really important as well, because that allows you to kind of add some really concentrated aromatic flavors in at the end. And then we also kind of steep in this organic dried seaweed, and it makes it just so delicious, like you just want to drink it. One of my favorite parts of this dish actually is the bread that our wonderful pastry chef, Jim DiCio, makes. He made this bene seed crusted seaweed bread. And it's a sourdough, and we basically just slice that and griddle it and put the roux on that.